Listen, I'm not a perfect person. I'm only human. I need to be met with grace at all times. Last week, I put out a video that was the 5 movies you had to watch before summer ended. Now, we have even less time until summer ends, you know what I'm saying? But I would be remiss if I didn't mention 5 more summer movies. So, these are 5 movies you need to watch if you can't accept that summer's over, which is kind of where I'm at right now. Number 5, we're gonna start off easy. Challengers. Duh. If you've somehow gone through this entire year without having seen Challengers, I'm not judging you. I'm not a judgmental person, but why? Please go watch it. Give in to the delusion of it all. You know what I mean? Let yourself live in a fantasy. It has all of the qualities of a great film, right? We have the cinematography, we have insane and somewhat senseless scoring. Zendaya, feel me? And one thing you have to know about me is that my favorite movie trope is the obsessed artist, right? I'll get into a whole video about that this fall because it's my passion. Tashi Duncan is up there in insanity as Andrew from Whiplash. That's all I'll say. Watch the movie, enjoy it, kick your feet up, giggle, sweat, admire. Number 4, Anyone But You. And anyone who says that they don't like rom-coms is a liar. And you should be staying far, far away from them. I'm not gonna lie to you. Before watching the movie, I saw the trailer, I saw all the promo on social media, I saw the press and all of the interviews with Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. And I was kind of giving nostalgia purist, if that's even a term. I was like, they're never gonna make rom-coms the way they did in the early 2000s and the 2010s. Like, they could never be like Easy A or anything involving Amanda Bynes, to be honest. It's not possible. They can't capture the magic of a blurry and crispy screen. Shut up. Shut up. Glenn Powell is so funny and charming. And although it's a little basic to have like a Natasha Bedingfield song as like the main track, it was like a little meta. Like it was kind of like laughing at itself. It was like, I'm a movie, I'm a rom-com, and I'm not taking myself too seriously. And I can appreciate that. Speaking of music, the soundtrack of the film, Bodied. Okay? Who is the sync coordinator? Pull it up. Pull it up. You 8 Down. They had Remy Wolf. They had Dominic Fike. They had Troye Sivan. They had Mac Miller. I just feel like they had a really good finger on the pulse, so to speak, of the culture, of who their audience is and who they want their audience to be. And it was me. If you haven't seen Anyone But You and you're a hater of Anyone But You, rethink. In 3rd place is Theater Camp. It's so outlandish, so funny. Ayo Edebiri is a star, obviously. We know that from literally everything she's ever done ever. Now, here's my thing. I don't know if I enjoyed this because I kind of am a former theater kid. I don't know if you can tell based on the way I am. And I was not a theater kid. I never did one play. I did one play. I was in the Music Man. I was in show choir, which is basically theater in the eyes of high schoolers everywhere. It's different, but it's not. But it's so charming seeing former theater kids as adults try to relate to like new age theater kids. I think the generational difference is interesting. And you have to see all of them problem solve to figure out how they're gonna save this theater camp. You get a lot of heartfelt moments, you get a lot of situational comedy. It's not a perfect movie. It's not the funniest movie you'll ever see, but it is a summer movie. And that's what this list is. So, whatever. And the concluding number just completely encapsulates the soul and offbeatishness of the entire movie and this whole environment where they're in a theater camp and it's an actual camp. Number 2, okay. It's time to get serious. It's time to like lock in for real. But actually, the Peanut Butter Falcon gives you hope and shatters your dreams like 3 times in rotation during this movie. Dakota Johnson and Shia LaBeouf are an unlikely pair who are trying to take care of this man with Down syndrome. And the movie just lets us travel alongside them as they're like essentially running from the law. Like they're not supposed to be like physically on the run, and they're running. We watch all of these relationships grow. We see the dynamics between all 3 of them and people that they meet along the way. It just makes you want to cry and also frolic. This is my Letterboxd review from last year, and I think I did a decent job at like capturing the feeling of what this gave me. Definitely a summer movie. Feel free to follow me on Letterboxd for my very serious, very earnest reviews. Okay, In first place, we have John Tucker Must Die. And before you say anything, I'm aware that it takes place during the school year. I'm aware of that. I get it. And therefore, because it takes place during the school year, it's not technically taking place in the summer. That's fine. But I would like to take this opportunity to point out that just because something doesn't take place in the summertime doesn't mean it can't be a summer movie, i.e. Mean Girls, summer movie. I'll fight you on that. To be a summer movie, you just, it's all vibes, okay? We have a star-studded cast of women trying to get revenge on the high school playboy, John Tucker. From the scene on the balcony at the away game, to John's birthday party scene, the movie has all of the fun of a summer movie. So yeah, I could keep going. I will keep going if you want me to. Let me know. I'll keep going. But I don't know, I really felt like I would regret not making a follow-up to last week's video if I waited a whole 365 days until next summer to make it. So we got a bonus. Once again, feel free to follow me on Letterboxd. I watch a movie at minimum 2 to 3 times a week. So it's constantly being updated. And as of right now, as of like this moment, I've watched 98 movies this year. My goal for 2024 is to watch 150, and we are nearing the end of the year. So if you could give me suggestions, let me know what you think, let me know what movies I should watch for this fall, that would be helpful because I really, really wanna reach this goal. I think last year I missed by like 10 movies and I was devastated. So I really want to hit the 150 movie goal this year. Anyway, that's it. Okay. Love you. Bye.